gasping, choking, begging for a breath of air, but unable to breathe. This is exactly how our planet is feeling right now. Is suffocating our planet how we plan to repay it? My name's Kaylee, and today I'm here to persuade you all to start caring about climate change. Let's take a look at 3 reasons why you should care about climate change. The first reason why you should care about climate change is because it's causing our sea levels to rise. The second reason you should care about climate change is because it's causing food to be harder to harvest. And the last reason why you should care about climate change is because it's causing more wildfires. Now let's take a look at my first main point. And before we move on, I know the environment is not a fun or interesting topic, so we're going to have a chant. When I say heat pollution, you say is not a solution. Let's try it out. Heat pollution
is not a solution.
Let's take a look at my first main point. The first reason why you should care about climate change is because it's causing our sea levels to rise. I'm going to give you an analogy. Imagine having a slow boiling pot of water, and you place a large rock in it that becomes half submerged. You also place some large ice cubes in the pot as well. After some time, what's going to happen to the amount of water in the rock? Just like in our oceans, the ice melts, adding more water, and thus further submerges the rock. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, sea level has rose 8 to 9 inches since 1880, and the rate of the rising sea level has gone from 0.06 to 0.14 inches per year, almost 2.5 times the average. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is a federal government funded agency. They provide evidence-based data about the environment with data from satellites, buoys, and other weather collecting data. Heat pollution.
It's not a solution.
Now let's take a look at my second main point. The second reason why you should care about climate change is because it's making food harder to harvest. I'm going to tell you the story of Kaswar. Kaswar is an Ethiopian woman who has 6 small children. Kaswar says that her children are only able to eat 3 small meals a day, while she, her husband, and her husband's wife only eat 1 small meal a day and sometimes don't even get that. She says that there have been a total loss of crops in her country due to the droughts. According to the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, each degree Celsius increase reduces wheat by 7%, rice by 3.2%, maize by 7.4%, and soybean by 3.1%. The Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences is a peer-reviewed multidisciplinary scientific journal, and it is considered the second most cited scientific journal in the whole world, making it all evidence-based and very credible. Heat pollution.
It's not a solution.
Now let's take a look at my third and final point. The third and final reason why you should care about climate change is because it's causing more wildfires. If you're outside and you're trying to build a fire, what are you going to look for? Probably a dry, warm spot, right? Well, due to climate change, our forests have become the perfect place for a fire to start. Due to snow melting faster, it causes drier soil, plants, and forest, making them the perfect place for a fire to ignite. According to the Union of Concerned Scientists, since 2015, the U.S. has experienced 100 more wildfires every year than the year before. The Union of Concerned Scientists is a nonprofit organization consisting of 250 scientists who provide evidence-based data about the weather. And they will not accept any government or corporation grants to ensure that they stay independent and non-biased. Now, let's take a look at the opposing viewpoint. Lots of people say, well, climate change isn't going to affect me in my lifetime. It's not going to get bad till I'm dead, so why should I care? And for some older folk, that's probably likely true. But a child who is born today most likely will face those problems in their future. And just as Albert Einstein once said, the world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. Heat pollution.
It's not a solution.
Now let's recap. Today, I came here to persuade you all to start caring about climate change. And the 3 reasons I mentioned were: 1, our sea levels are rising. Ice is melting in our oceans, making it higher. 2, food is becoming harder to harvest. Climate change is causing more droughts and making soil drier, resulting in less and less crops. And 3, climate change is causing more wildfires. The world becoming a drier, warmer place creates a perfect environment for wildfires to start. Tomorrow, when you go to work, school, the grocery store, or wherever, I challenge you to try biking or walking there. And if you physically cannot, then I challenge you to carpool there. Our biggest CO2 emissions from the average American is our transportation. And I know not everybody can afford to go buy an eco-friendly car, which is why I simply ask you to try walking, biking, or carpooling. It might not seem like you're doing much to help the planet, but every step towards helping the planet is a helping hand. Heat pollution.
It's not a solution.
And with that, I thank you.